Hi, and welcome to our video. If you're new here, my name is Roger, and I'm here with Tagg, and our channel focuses on affordable housing solutions for everyday people.
Hi, I'm Tagg, and I'm here to let you know, with a little elbow grease and a big vision, your dream home is totally within reach. Bring the creativity with a little work, and before you know it, you'll be kicking back in a place that's truly yours. Your dream home isn't just a wish, it's a DIY away.
Anything else we need to discuss?
Oh, we're live.
We're live. Okay. All right. So today we're looking at a house located in a town in Louisiana named Kaplan. That's Kaplan. The address for those following along is 308 North Trahan Avenue, Kaplan, Louisiana. This home is in foreclosure. It's a $19,900 asking price for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home with 838 square feet. And it's on a 5,663 square foot lot, which is kind of a good sized lot compared to a lot of them we see. A lot of times we're seeing 1,500 square foot homes, which are roughly twice this size, on a 3,000 square foot lot. So anyway, it's all good. Single family home. Not sure exactly when it was built. They don't have that information showing, but we've got a few photos to take a look at here. And so I'm going to hand our viewers off to Tagg, who will talk to us about what she thinks of the first photo. And we'll go from there.
Okay. Okay, well, this home, it looks cute so far. Of course, it's dated, but of course, this isn't about, McMansions or anything like that. So this is an opportunity to create a home of your dreams. So I like the way how this looks. It's very quaint, simple, and I see a blank canvas here. There's some things that I believe you would want to pay attention to, especially around the foundation part of the home, from what I'm seeing here. And let's see. Uh-oh. I guess I better move over to a different tab. My bad. So I can scroll.
There we go.
Yeah, look at this room here. It's a blank canvas. I mean, it looks
Literally.
it looks like they've done all the heavy lifting for you. So it's just a matter of deciding a color and painting it. Ceiling looks nice.
I want to paint that ceiling though. It doesn't look very white.
No, of course, yeah. You can put down fresh flooring. You got freshly poured concrete here. That looks nice. Windows looks like it has a lot of lighting. That's always a plus. Keep that energy bill down. This looks like it's another angle of the room. Still looks good. This looks good to me. I don't see any warped walls, anything sticking out to me that screams danger, danger, don't see the outside around the door. So this lets me know that the stripping around the door itself, probably the windows have been replaced, energy efficient. And wow, we go to the kitchen. Kitchen needs some loving. Yes, this kitchen needs some loving, but there's windows in the kitchen. You can make it brighter. I would definitely brighten this up, and I would take advantage of this wall back here, this wall right here. Make sure I have lots of counter space. If I didn't do something back here, I definitely would extend it over.
There's two rooms, two pictures of the kitchen. So let's see what the other angle looks like. Oh yeah, you have enough room here to reconfigure some things and make this work. Absolutely. What do you think, Roger?
I've just been sitting here thinking, man, I really do love a window over a sink. And I'm laughing because I guess it's an inside joke for me, but Tagg's heard me say that on previous videos numerous times, even on when we were doing home searches ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be trying to move my drain and my water supply lines over on that other wall where the window is so that I could put my sink there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I kept that vintage looking countertop sink combo. I'm not so sure about that because those are neat looking, and I actually have one in the basement of the house that I'm living in right now, and it is all kinds of cool and vintage looking, but I'm not sure about the functionality. Nevertheless, whatever ends up being my counter of choice on the house, more of them would definitely end up being part of it. I can't really tell the width of it from this second photo, but I was definitely feeling the gallery vibe when you were talking about extended the kitchen to the window wall and the wall opposite of what we're looking at right now. The one, kind of out of frame.
Yeah.
But you can see from here where the stove was right next to the sink. And then in the previous photo, you can see where the refrigerator was. And I'm guessing that it's really not that wide of a space that they're that far apart. But yeah, those upper cabinets that we can see right here probably would end up in a storage area somewhere else in the house where we'd be bringing in new base cabinets and new upper cabinets wherever, that they would fit. Just, to bring it up to something that I would feel more comfortable with making my kitchen. I'm not as much of a kitchen enthusiast as Tagg is, and bathroom, I should also say. Nevertheless, I still want one that would be easy to, put my dishes and my food into. So more cabinets would be necessary to accomplish that. Is all I'm saying. Anyway, back to you. I'll shut up now.
Yes, I love my kitchens and bathrooms. You got to think about it. You spend most of your time in the kitchen. So, well, at least I do. Everything.
I was just going to say, I'd like to make the point here that I do not spend most of my time in the kitchen. More maybe so the garage or wherever my media is at. But
sure.
anyway.
But guess what's in that garage? A refrigerator and a sink. So anyway.
Point taken. Go ahead.
Everything we do is surrounded around food, the way how we celebrate, the way how we grieve, the way how we snack, the way how we nourish our bodies. So, yeah, that kitchen is just magical to me. So, one of the things that I look for in a kitchen is the lighting, of course. And I just have this vision right here. When Roger had mentioned doing a gallery kitchen, having cabinets on both sides, I would do an herb apothecary over here for the upper parts of the cabinets. So anyway, that's just me. And I am going to skip on over. Let's see, we did the exterior. Did it have the back side? Okay, all right. So here is the backyard. And let's see if there's another picture. Oh, wow, look how deep that is. Yeah.
It's a yard.
That's a deep yard. So I would make the most out of this. I would probably relocate this little storage den housing and move it someplace else in the yard. And I would treat this as a place to put lawn stuff, you know. Um, this here might be a little bit more difficult to move, but if it is, I relocate this one as well. And I would finish out this porch or patio. I would finish this out, probably do a porch instead, because there's a step here. And take this off, do a canopy to cover the porch, something to just shade it in. So then, one, I won't sacrifice natural lighting coming into the house. And then the other thing is that I like to be outside. And so the more outdoor living space that I have, I'm a happy camper. I would do a lot of stuff outside. So those are some of the things that I would do. To even save on fence space, because this doesn't look like it's moved in, I might move one of these containers over here. That way, I make the most out of a small space in the yard, and that side yard is a small space. Now, if you're growing things, you might want to keep it open for your plants or whatever. But when I think about what's going on around me and creating privacy, I like to use things that are already there, so I'm not having to put up a lot of upfront costs with adding external factors like a fence to create privacy. So those are my ideas anyway. But I'm loving this tree here. It looks as though it needs to be trimmed up so it's nice and healthy. And of course, not to drag this out any longer, but most trees that are planted in yards are male plants, and so they don't bear any fruit. I would balance this yard out and plant another tree that is female that bears fruits. This way you're creating an energy of balance, male and female. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
Okay.
So, let's move on over to the 7 pictures and see what else we got here. Oh, okay. All right. I think this is a living area. We don't have a floor plan, so we don't know. It could be a bedroom. It does have a closet. What do you think, Roger?
I'm guessing this is a bedroom. I think those built-ins are like a closet on steroids. I'm not 100% sure because, there's a door into it. You can see it, opened against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then beyond that, there's some sort of passageway, maybe to a bathroom connection or something. So those are my thoughts about whether or not it's a living area kind of space or a bedroom. But we're only working with 830 square feet. It's not like it's got a couple of family rooms and dens and things like that. We've got probably a living room, probably 2 bedrooms, a kitchen and a bathroom, and maybe not a whole lot more.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, no. Before we move on, do you have any comments about the patio, the backyard? I just completely over you.
Aluminum foil. Yes, I actually 100% agree with you about moving the one storage building. Maybe I would put it toward all the way to the back of the yard. That is an instinct that I was going towards. And with the rusty shed, by the way, that looks so much like a shed we had, except without the rust. As a kid, we had, I think it was a 10 by 10 space, and the doors proportionally remind me of it, that it's maybe just about the same size. But I'd find a home for it, probably put it on a local community, offer up kind of thing. Or if they have Facebook Marketplace in that community, but find another home for it because it wouldn't fit, what I want to accomplish. But the other one, yeah, definitely either flip it over to the other side or to back there towards the back of the yard and just use it for yard tools and outside type stuff. And I think you may be a convert. I would make some sort of deck space so you can walk out of your house and onto your deck. So that's my thought about this outside area in the back.
Okay. All right.
Back to you.
I'm going to move back over to 7 pictures. And let's see, did we cover this one? Yeah. It's
Did we
just
get anything from the bedroom, or excuse me, the bathroom photo?
No, it's not listed on here. So I'm assuming that we'll run into it.
I'm talking about where it says one photo for the bathroom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that here. Okay, folks, there's the bathroom.
Yes, there is the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah, so I like the fact that there is a window in here.
Liking that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a medicine cabinet over a tub in a long time.
And by ever.
Never? Okay. I forgot. Yeah, you were
You haven't seen, when you said you haven't seen one in a long time, I said by that she means ever.
ever.
Because I actually really don't want to say never because, that's just too absolute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Oh.
I was bad.
Okay, so there is a window in here. I would probably, if this isn't stained, I would do some type of stain on the window simply because your neighbors are so close. I like natural lighting anyway, so I would take down these curtains and have some type of reflector on, not reflector, but stain on the window so you can't see right through. And I would just demo this bathroom and do something new. It would still have a tub shower combination because it's only showing one bathroom. So I would find a way to try to put in a double sink because that's something that I like, especially being in a home that only has one bedroom, replace the flooring. And the fact that it has windows, I would definitely have a some type of greenery growing in here, some vines or plant or something in here growing to give it a nice warm feel. Turning it back over to you.
Okay. Yeah, we're not too far off with what you're saying. I do kind of like the vanity. And I find that the way that they made the counter, have they kind of trimmed it to take away that sharp corner, closer to the bathtub is kind of interesting to me. So I may actually try to preserve that. But yeah, at the very least, you got to replace the walls around the bathtub because chances are good. Well, I would just do that. Put in the hardy backer board so that you've got the water damage prevention going on for from the top of the bathtub up the wall, and then put a drywall treatment over that, or usually use green rock type of drywall in a wet condition. Wait, I don't think you layer them. All right, that's my bad. Anyway, hardy backer board, and then put tile over it and call it done and move on. Other than that, try to get a medicine cabinet above the sink. I can't tell for sure. I think we're looking at a mirror, but don't know about the lighting. And then on this wall, the toilet's on, probably just repaint it so it's all one color, so that the bathroom has a uniform look to it. On the two sides, the behind the behind and above the sink, and then behind the toilet, paint it one color, and then tile the 3 walls that wrap around the tub. And then if that's actually parquet flooring on the floor, embrace that if you can, because that's a neat look. You don't get to see that every day.
Nope.
So I like it. I like it. So anyway, that's all I've got to say.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back over to more, scroll down where we left off at. And this is probably a 3rd bedroom.
Second, there's 2.
Oh, there's 2. Oh, okay. So this must be a family room.
What's the next photo?
Yep.
So I think this is another view of the same room, right? Do we think it's this is a 2-bedroom house, 800 square feet.
It's a different view of the same room because here's a 10 photo right here on the window.
Yeah.
So this lets me know that there's a lot of sun coming in this room here, and it's probably really warm because it's a small room. So I would think about removing this door, repurpose this for another place. This is a nice solid door. I would want to keep this. And this is on the other side of the kitchen. As we can, no, yes. Yes, this is on the other side of the kitchen. I remember that stain right there. I would go ahead and expand this room into the kitchen and have an open concept. That's something that I would do to kind of help that airflow for this room and just create a bigger space for natural lighting. It is hot and humid in Louisiana, so you can take advantage of that, especially if you're a grower, you're a homesteader. Plants love moisture and sun, so a little reconstruction and you can go a long way. Okay, so I don't see, okay, this must be a laundry area. Yes, it is. It's behind the kitchen. There's a kitchen sink right there. Okay, well, it's good that this is here because I wouldn't want my washer and dryer in with my kitchen, even though I've had that before. It's good that this room is already built here because I would just make it prettier and lighter. And I do like this paneling. I might try to repurpose this someplace else in the home. If I didn't feel it's appropriate to paint over it. So I wouldn't want this to go to waste. Like the parquet flooring, I agree with Roger on this, and this is a nice size laundry room. What are your thoughts?
I agree. And I like the paneling, which I usually do. I mean, that's probably no surprise. Certainly not to you, Tagg. And I like the parquet flooring again, here as well. Honestly, I'm not feeling the paneling on 3 or 4 walls. Maybe it's on the 4th wall too that we don't actually see in the camera view. But I like the lighting because the double, I guess, window that's there. I think I would actually close up that little opening between this room and the where the kitchen sink is at, because I just don't get why it's there. So other than that, I don't think I'd do a lot more to this room. Probably paint the ceiling too. But, restore and reuse the paneling as much as possible. Maybe go to 2 of the walls instead of 3, or 3 of the walls instead of 4. Something along that line. And that's really all I've got to say about this laundry area, utility room.
Okay, great. All right, I am going to jump over to the street view. I just want to make a note that the price point of this house is affordable. It's,
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And
19,900.
19,900. Okay. Well, that 19,900 would be your down payment for a home. That's a pretty much a McMansion, around what, $400,000 or $500,000.
Well, maybe if you put 20% down on a $400,000 house, this would be your entire down payment. You could pay for this house full.
Exactly. So before you come at us with the information that we're presenting here, just remember that this is a free service that we're doing, and we're here to inspire people to dream and inspire people to pursue their happiness with home ownership. And so this home might be priced at a cash offer. However, when someone is looking at the listings that you have available, it might start with this house or it might end with this house. But either way it goes, if they decide to purchase a home that is above this price range, around $250,000, and they're going to need a mortgage, we give them a suggestion to shop locally. Okay, so before you stomp all over somebody's dreams and ambitions, just remember you're not in control of their wallet, and they choose to pay for their home any which way that they want to. All right, I am off my soapbox. Let's hear if we can see the neighborhood. And so far, I mean, your neighbors look pretty decent here, and the neighborhood looks nice and clean, and it doesn't look junky. Wow, look at all that land behind this house here. You can definitely afford to buy this plot of land and have a community garden if it's available. You know, you kind of got to think outside the box. This might not be a McMansion, but this home has plenty of potential. Well, these neighbors have a lot of stuff going on, but still, make friends, get along. But yeah, this is just enough space to put one of those
The
sheds.
storage.
Yeah.
Shed.
Yeah, one of those to keep from having to buy fencing. And I would definitely redesign this carport. You're going to need a new roof anyway, so might as well try to extend it out. Extend that roof out. If you can, depending on where that property line is, how many feet you have to be away from that property line. And you can even do it on both sides, probably. But anyway, if you got to get a new roof, get a new roof that's going to benefit the whole entire home. And with the price point the way it is definitely affordable. So let's jump on over to maps just to see how deep this lot is. Oh yeah, this is a nice deep lot here. Nice deep lot. And you're in somewhat of a little bit of a neighborhood, and you have some space around you. This is good. This is really good. And Roger, you are on the spot. You can add.
Well, I usually like to kind of close with a couple of comments. I want to thank you all, of course, for showing up, watching the video. We welcome you. So again, we're about spreading the word that there are affordable homes, that the median price of a home in each state is not necessarily the only price that you can pay for a home. You can find homes that are affordably priced, and you can spend some effort putting sweat equity into making it the home that you want to live in. We know people come to the channel from all, to use a phrase, walks of life, But everybody has different financial situations. So we wish you the best of luck. If you gain some insight or benefit into what you're going to do with your own home from watching our videos, we are thankful and happy to be helpful with that. We wish you the best of luck, and thank you. I think I've said that already, for being here, and good. Have a great day.
Yes, have a great day. So that pretty much wraps up everything that we're doing here. And your likes are totally free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Like the channel, share our information with someone who could be looking for a home, or just be a part of the community. And we will see you next week.
Love the house in today's video and want to take a closer look at it? No problem. The address is waiting for you in the notes below. And please keep your comments, ideas, and suggestions coming. A little about us. We're not realtors, we're not real estate pros, and we're definitely not house flippers. We're just two people who've bought, sold, and spruced up several homes over the past 20 years. Call it the School of Hard Knocks degree in home ownership. Typically, we live in a place for about 5 years before moving on to the next adventure. So if you're into real, no-nonsense home insights, you're in the right place. Hey, for sale by owner sellers, we know selling on your own can be a hassle, so let us help you get the word out. Drop your listing link in the comments and let's get some extra eyes on it. Oh, and a quick pro tip for sellers. Keep your exterior photos seasonally fresh. No one wants to see snow-covered rooftops in July. And happy selling.
The next time when you're on the hunt for a mortgage lender, don't overlook your local mortgage options. Skip those big box mortgage companies and their sneaky fees and go with someone that actually cares about you, not just your loan. It's all about people helping people and keeping money flowing right back into the community. Shop smart and stay local, and we'll catch you next week.